Any candidates that we have overlooked? So, I'm so sorry, but any other candidates? Go right ahead.
Hey there, I'm Clifton Ingram, and I'm running as the Libertarian against Mark Meadows. There won't be a primary, but thanks to the Democrats. If you like big government, you should vote for one of them. If you like fiscal conservancy, I would say vote Republican, but that's not necessarily the case. As Libertarians, we're known as fiscally conservatives, and we hate taxes. I mean, from our soul, it's like this gut feeling, and we love the free market. That's the distinguishing characteristics of libertarians. Now, we're a small party, but we are a nationally recognized party, and there's a big group of people that call themselves independent that are forced to vote for Republicans and Democrats all the time. Well, I'm the first libertarian in 10 years now in District 11 running, so now you got an opportunity to vote for libertarians. I suggest you go check out their platform. I know they get a bad name sometimes through the mass media and such, but we're anti-war, and I think we're the only party that's anti-war, and outwardly so. The war machine's costing us trillions of dollars, and it's a big business. And I watched 9/11. I watched it happen from my hotel concierge lounge. I was a software consultant for IBM at the time, and I flew into Newark, New Jersey the day before 9/11, so lucky to be alive. And I saw some things in that news broadcast when that Building 7 was falling. And you should look up architects and engineers for 9/11 truth. That's something you should look at. Another thing you should look at is, how our money is spent. Right now, you're giving these guys, these Republicans and Democrats, a blank check. You're saying, here, go spend our money. And then when you have a trifecta, you got the Senate and the House of Representatives and the President, all one party. They just go crazy spending, and Republicans, you're just as guilty as Democrats. I'm sorry. So I want to give the power back to the people, and I think in an information age, we should be able to choose where at least a percentage of that money is spent, and that would be an adequate check and balance. Right now, this blank check system, it isn't working. So if you vote for me, I'm going to try to make that happen if I can. Now, another thing we believe in is free trade, and we need to lessen regulations. We need to lessen tariffs. We need to lessen taxes. Another thing that we need to do is instigate some kind of term limits. These guys have been in there forever. Mark Meadows, we paid him $1 million now. Is he worth it? A lot of people really like Mark Meadows. I haven't met the guy personally. Democrats hate him, obviously. But I think less government, more freedom, and individual liberty. That's where my party stands for, and that's where I stand for. I think we need to let our nonviolent offenders out of jail. We're hogging up our court system. We put more people in jail per capita in this country than any other country in the world. And if you believe in freedom, if you believe in liberty and individual freedom, then vote Libertarian, and let's get some real change happening. Another thing we do, like Mr. Donaldson said, we need to free our most versatile crop, and that's cannabis, so that our farmers have something to grow and we can make things out of. I'm a general contractor, North Carolina general contractor, and people in Asheville are building out of hempcrete. It's one of the most versatile crops known to man, and plywood is not rocket science, it's glue and pulp. If we can save some trees, then I'm all for it too. So let me read something. There's a book that's not in this library. In fact, it's not in any of the libraries, called The Emperor Wears No Clothes, and it was written by Jack Herrera. And it has a $100,000 guarantee that everything in it is true, including the 13 seconds in Congress where marijuana made blackies feel like whiteys. That's why it's been illegal for all this time. So prohibition does need to end. And this came from the book. It says, if all fossil fuels and their derivatives, as well as trees for paper and construction, were banned in order to save the planet, reverse greenhouse effect, and stop deforestation, then there's only one known annually renewable natural resource that is capable of providing the overall majority of the world's paper and textiles needs and the world's transportation, industrial, and home energy needs, while simultaneously reducing pollution, rebuilding the soil, and cleaning up the atmosphere all at the same time. And that is the substance, the same one that did it before cannabis, marijuana. Thanks. I'm running for Congress as the Libertarian Clifton Ingram. Thanks.